A world of horse-drawn carriages and hand-sewn dresses, the Amish way of life holds a timeless allure, but the women at its heart remain shrouded in an air of the deeply unfamiliar.
We said we went with the young folks, and we didn't get to go out and live in the world and experience the world.
From strict dress codes to no education beyond grade 8, join us as we show you 15 lesser-known facts about the lives of Amish women. Number 15. The rituals of courting. Amish courtship is worlds apart from the modern casual dating scene. It's a serious business, steeped in tradition and guided by a deep sense of faith and commitment. When an Amish young man and woman decide to pursue a relationship, they do so with the intention of finding a lifelong partner to share their values and journey through life. The courting process typically begins with a young man asking permission from a young woman's parents to spend time with her, if the parent other on a deeper level. They may discuss their hopes and dreams for the future, their shared values and beliefs, and their commitment to the Amish way of life. These conversations are a chance for the couple to build a strong foundation for their relationship and to make sure that they are truly compatible before taking the next step. As the relationship progresses, the couple may begin to exchange small gifts or tokens of affection. Finally, when the couple is ready to make a lifelong commitment to each other, they will announce their engagement to the community and begin planning for their wedding day. This is a joyous occasion that involves the entire Amish world, with friends and family coming together to celebrate the union of two hearts and two families. Number 14. No makeup, jewelry, or fashion accessories. In the Amish community, the concept of beauty is rooted in simplicity and modesty. Relationships with others, rather than on their appearance. Amish clothing is also designed with modesty and practicality in mind. Women typically wear long, plain dresses in solid colors, with a cape or apron over top. Their hair is worn long, and often covered with a bonnet or cap. Men wear plain trousers, shirts, and hats with suspenders instead of belts. While this may seem like a sacrifice to outsiders, for the Amish, it is a way of living out their values and beliefs. By dressing simply and avoiding fashion trends, they are able to focus on what truly matters in life: their faith, their families, and their community. Number 13. They cannot divorce. Divorce is a foreign concept in the Amish community, as marriage is seen as a sacred and lifelong commitment. When an Amish couple exchange vows, they do so with the under God and that it is their duty to welcome as many children as possible into their families. As a result, Amish families tend to be large, averaging 7 to 10 children per household. This is made possible in part by the fact that Amish women do not use birth control, as it is seen as a violation of God's will. The Amish view on childbearing is rooted in their interpretation of the Bible, which commands them to be fruitful and multiply. They see each child as a blessing and believe it is their responsibility to raise them in the Amish faith and way of life. Having a large family also serves a practical purpose in Amish society. With so many children to help with chores and work on the farm, Amish families are able to be largely self-sufficient, relying on their own labor and resources rather than outside help. Of course, having so many children also comes with its challenges. Faithful and responsible members of the community. Interestingly, while Amish families may be large, they are also closely knit and supportive. Older children are expected to help care for their younger siblings, and the entire community rallies around families in times of need. This sense of connection and interdependence is a key part of what makes the Amish way of life so unique and enduring. Number 11. No education beyond 8th grade. Education in the Amish community looks very different from education in the modern world. Amish children typically attend school only through the 8th grade, at which point they are expected to begin working and contributing to their family and community. Amish schools are usually one-room schoolhouses, with a single teacher instructing students of all ages. The curriculum is focused on the basics: reading, writing, arithmetic, and religion. Teenagers are expected to begin working full-time, either on the family farm or in a family business. For girls, this often involves a focus on developing the domestic skills necessary to run a household and raise a family. From a young age, Amish girls learn to cook, sew, garden, and care for younger siblings, acquiring the practical knowledge and self-sufficiency that are highly valued within their culture. However, the Amish approach to education is not merely utilitarian. Amish women are also encouraged to cultivate their spirits through a deep engagement with their faith and community. They are avid readers of religious texts, devotional materials, and historical accounts of their people. They also actively participate in church services, Bible studies, and community events, where they have the opportunity to learn from the wisdom and experience of their elders. In a world that often equates success with being loud and assertive, the Amish way of silence may seem strange or even backward, but for Amish women, it is a source of great strength and resilience. By embracing the sanctity of silence, they are able to weather the storms of life with grace and dignity, secure in the knowledge that they are never truly alone. Number 9. Household duties. From the moment the rooster crows until the last dish is dried and put away, Amish women are in constant motion. Their days are filled with a never-ending stream of household duties, from cooking and cleaning to sewing and gardening. At the heart of the Amish home is the kitchen, where women spend countless hours preparing nourishing meals from scratch. Using ingredients they have grown or raised themselves, they create a variety of dishes that sustain their families both physically and spiritually. Amish women are by hand, ensuring that everyone is dressed modestly and in accordance with their community's guidelines. Gardening is another essential duty for Amish women, who tend to plots of vegetables, herbs, and fruits that provide sustenance throughout the year. They have a deep appreciation for the natural world and work in harmony with the seasons to cultivate and preserve the bounty of their gardens. Beyond these daily tasks, Amish women also play a crucial role in the larger community. They often participate in quilting bees, where they create beautiful and intricately designed quilts that serve both practical and symbolic purposes. These gatherings provide an opportunity for women to socialize, share knowledge, and support one another through life's joys and challenges. Number 8. Silent obedience during childbirth. For Amish women, pregnancy and childbirth are not just physical. Instead, Amish women rely on the support and wisdom of their community, turning to experienced midwives and mothers for guidance and advice. They trust the natural process of pregnancy and childbirth. When labor begins, it is expected from them to not cry out in pain or demand medication. They breathe through the contractions, focusing on the task at hand with a sense of calm determination. Many choose to give birth at home, surrounded by family and trusted female friends. There is no epidural or IV, no beeping monitors, or a sterile hospital room. Instead, there is the warm glow of candlelight, the soft murmur of prayers, and the gentle hands of a midwife guiding the baby into the world. For Amish women, this silent obedience is a way of honoring the sacredness of life, of surrendering to the will of God and the power of their own body in the outside world. They may struggle with simple tasks like using a computer or driving a car, things that most people take for granted. And then there are the emotional costs of leaving, the sense of loss and longing that can linger long after the decision has been made. Many who leave find themselves torn between two worlds, struggling to reconcile their Amish upbringing with their new life on the outside. But if they stay, they know that they will be committing themselves to a life of quiet obedience and self-sacrifice, a life where their own desires and dreams must always take a back seat to the needs of their family and community. Number 6. Submitting to their husbands. Submission is a central aspect of Amish culture, particularly for women. In a society where gender roles are strictly defined, Amish women are expected to recognize their husbands as the head of the household and defend influence within the home and the community. They serve as the backbone of Amish society, quietly shaping the daily rhythms of life. The dynamic of submission is visually represented when Amish couples are seen together in public. The husband takes the lead, with the wife following behind. This is a clear demonstration of the obedience principle in action, with the husband assuming the role of the decision-maker and the wife showing respect and deference. Within the privacy of the home, however, the power balance may be more nuanced. Amish women have a greater say in this sphere, and there is often a more open exchange of ideas and suggestions. While the concept of submission may raise questions in contemporary society, for Amish women, it is an integral part of their faith and culture. Number 5. Significance of wedding dresses. A plain, unadorned design with high necklines, long sleeves, and full skirts that reflect the community's emphasis on modesty and humility. The process of creating a wedding dress is a deeply meaningful and personal experience for an Amish bride. She will spend countless hours cutting, sewing, and finishing the dress herself, pouring her heart and soul into every stitch. This act of creation is not merely a practical task, but a spiritual one, allowing the bride to contemplate the significance of the commitment she is about to make. After the ceremony, the dress is not relegated to a closet or preserved as a memento. Instead, it becomes a cherished part of the bride's wardrobe, worn each Sunday as she attends church services and participates in community life. This tradition of wearing the wedding dress 52 times a year serves as a constant reminder of the sacred vows the couple remains on their roles as wives and mothers. Number 3. Strict hair rules. For Amish women, hair is not just a matter of personal style or fashion. It is a sacred and cherished part of their identity, a symbol of their faith and their commitment to a life of modesty and simplicity. From the time they are young girls, Amish women are taught to treat their hair with reverence and respect, and to follow a strict set of rules that govern how it is worn and cared for. One of the most important of these rules is that Amish women must never cut their hair. From the moment they are born until the day they die, their hair is allowed to grow long and natural, without any interference from scissors or razors. This is not just a matter of personal preference, but a deeply held religious belief that is based on biblical teachings about the sacredness of a woman's hair. In addition to letting their hair grow long, keeping their hair hidden, Amish women are able to focus on their faith and their family without being distracted by the superficial concerns of fashion or beauty. Of course, this does not mean Amish women do not take pride in their hair. On the contrary, they are known for their long, thick, and lustrous locks, which are often the envy of women in the outside world. They take great care to keep their hair clean and healthy, using natural products like apple cider vinegar and herbs to nourish and strengthen their strands. Number 2. Living without technology. Amish women lead a life largely untouched by modern technology. From household appliances to communication devices, they navigate their daily existence without the conveniences that many in contemporary society take for granted. This rejection of technology is rooted in the Amish belief system, which emphasizes tasks that occupy their days, from cooking and cleaning to childcare and farm work, could arguably be made easier and more efficient with the aid of modern tools and devices. Electric washing machines could significantly reduce the time and physical effort required for laundry, while refrigerators could make food storage and preparation more convenient. Yet, despite these potential benefits, Amish women are expected to manage their households and raise their families without the assistance of such technologies. This can place a significant burden on their time and energy and can limit their ability to engage with the wider world. However, the Amish approach to technology is not monolithic and can vary somewhat between different communities and individual families. Some may permit the use of certain tools or devices in specific contexts, such as using a telephone in a shared building for business.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.